Good morning, everyone. We were on chapter number 4. Open your buzzword books, page number 45. Wind Song. Before starting the chapter, I'll explain you the chapter. Let's know something about the author. The story is written by Anne Carroll Moore. She was born in 1871 and she died in 1961. She is an American writer and champion for children's libraries. She demanded that children be treated with respect and as separate individuals and set a high standard for writing stories for children. In 1960, she was awarded the Regina Medal for her pioneering work in children's library services. Moving on to the chapter. The chapter is about a girl, Rachel, and a yellow bird called Canary. It was a hot and dry day. The wind howled in the plains. Rachel sat on the bed, hand-stitching a quilt. She had just finished when the door swung open and her father came in. It was a very hot and dry day. Rachel was sitting on the bed and she was hand-stitching her quilt. As she was just finishing it, who came? Father. Hot day out there, he said, wiping his forehead. It was hot, so he was sweating. Rachel ran to him and proudly showed him her masterpiece. It was a cheerful quilt with neat stitches outlining the colorful squares. Now Rachel's father, he liked Rachel's quilt very much. That's a mighty fine piece of work. He nodded. He said it's a very neat and tidy quilt and he liked it very much. Let us go into town this Saturday. He said this weekend we'll go to town. You can show off your quilt. I've got a sack of onions ready to take to the market. Now on Saturday he has to go to the market because he has to sell his onions in the market. So he said you can take the quilt with you and you can show it in the market. On Saturday, the family excitedly drove to the nearest town, 20 miles away, and stopped at the general store. While her brother and sister explored the store, and her parents spoke to the grocer. Now they went to the grocer. So everybody was talking there. Rachel wandered to the doorway to look at a bright yellow bird in a cage. Now everybody was doing their work and Rachel, she was interested in this bird, a yellow bird in the cage. It hopped from perch to perch, really standing still. A man who had stopped by was also watching the bird intently. Now, she was watching the bird as well as the man who was standing near. He was also watching the bird with excitement. It listens to the wind, he told Rachel before walking away. Now, the man said that this bird listens to the wind. Her parents appeared a moment later. At that same time, the little bird lifted its head, swelled its chest, and sang out a joyous thrill. Now, when everybody was seeing the bird started singing. Rachel saw her mother's face light up with delight. Now, Rachel's mother liked the bird very much. She was enjoying. Quietly, Rachel traded her beautiful quilt for the bird. Now, because Rachel's mother was liking the bird, so Rachel decided to gift her. So she sold her quilt and in return she asked for the bird. Back home, the little canary entertained them endlessly. They called him Sir Gallant because he battled with the wind. Now, they named the bird Sir Gallant because the bird battled with the wind. The louder the wind, the more loudly he sang. The competition was so fierce that sometimes everyone burst out laughing. Sir Gallant lifted their spirits, turning dusty days into shiny days. Everybody used to like canaries singing and they used to enjoy. So their dusty days changed into shiny days. They enjoyed. Rachel often thought about what the man in the store had said. Now Rachel was thinking what was the man said in the store. She had heard the wind, but unlikely the canary, she had never listened to it herself. Now, when she tried hard, she could hear music in the wind. Now Rachel was also trying to hear the music in the wind. The music was faint and hidden in the background, but there was no music and she needed her imagination. She was imagining, but it was there if she truly listened. She began humming the sounds she heard. "That's a pretty tune," her mother commented one day. "What song is that?" Now Rachel was humming a song. So mother asked, "Which song you are humming?" Rachel didn't reply, unsure how to explain, and her mother did not press the question, means her mother didn't force her to do. Soon she too began humming. Mother also started humming with her. One afternoon, Rachel noticed the canary sitting motionless on his perch. Now one day, canary was not singing. She was sitting motionless, not moving. "Is Sir Gallant sick?" Now Rachel was thinking that, is she sick? She asked in alarm. "No, it's just a dark day outside," her mother assured her. Now mother said she's fine, she's not sick because there's thunderstorm outside, that's why she is sitting quietly. It'll be raining soon and he probably doesn't feel like singing. So mother explained that maybe it is about to rain, so she doesn't want to sing. But Rachel knew that something was wrong. But Rachel was imagining, she was knowing that something is going to happen. While Sir Gallant stopped singing from time to time, he had always hopped about his cage. She went to the door and looked outside. It was very quiet. No wind, no sounds of birds or prairie dogs. Now when Rachel went outside, Sir Gallant was not singing. She was quiet and there was no wind. Pin drop of silence was there. No birds chirping, no dogs barking, nothing. She saw black thunder clouds stacked high into the sky. She saw the black thunderous clouds. You can see in the picture. There was a heaviness to the air and a prickly feeling. The man's words echoed in Rachel's mind. Now, Rachel remembered the man's word. What was the man's word? That it listens to the wind. Means the bird was knowing that something is about to happen. Rachel thought about Sir Gallant's odd behavior and the angry thunder clouds and how strange it felt. Rachel was thinking about the odd behavior of the bird. When she listened carefully, she caught a faint rumble of thunder. Now when she tried to listen, she also heard a deep continuous sound. What was the sound of? It was the sound of tornado. Suddenly, Rachel knew they were in danger. "Mother," she shouted, "it's a tornado." Now, what was it? A tornado. Immediately, the family ran to the cellar. They went in the basement at the side of the house. Rachel ran to the fields to warn her father, shouting and waving her arms. Now she went to inform the father that tornado is about to come. You should come inside and bring the animals also." "What's wrong?" he yelled. "Tornado," she shouted. She told his father that it's a tornado. "I don't see anything, but I can bring in the animals." Father said he is not able to see any tornado or cyclone. So he said, "But I'll bring the animals inside. I'll come back to the house with them." He said, "I'll be coming with the animals." "No, there's no time." As they ran to the cellar, rain drenched their bodies and a thunderous roaring pounded the air. So they didn't even went inside, and it rained heavily and they all were wet. The tornado lasted only minutes. It was for few minutes only, although it felt like hours because it destroyed everything. When the family finally emerged from the shelter, they were relieved to find the cabins intact. Means they were happy, that they were grateful that nothing was harmed, everything was fine. Animals had escaped the tornado, but their fields were destroyed. Their fields were destroyed, but everybody was safe, animals and their family. The loss of crops would make things more difficult, but they felt happy to be alive. Of course, crops were destroyed, so monetary loss were there, but they were happy because they were alive. They were safe because of the little yellow bird. So the bird helped them indirectly and they were all safe. Quickly, I'm explaining you again. Rachel, a girl, she was hand stitching a quilt, and her father takes her into town on Saturday to show off her masterpiece. Okay, so Rachel watched they went to the store. There she watched a yellow bird, and the man, he told that it listens to the wind. Rachel traded her quilt for the bird. Means Rachel gave the quilt and she bought the bird. Why? Because her mother was liking the music of the bird. So she named him Mr. Gallant. उसने उसका नाम क्या रखा bird का? Mr. Gallant, because she was there in the wind outside and she used to deal with the wind. That's why she named Mr. Gallant or Sir Gallant. So Rachel tried to learn to listen to the wind and find the song in it, as the bird used to do. Afternoon, Sir Gallant stayed motionless and stopped singing. So Rachel realizes that the weather is gloomy outside. Something is about to happen. She sensed Mr. Gallant's restlessness, thinking of the man's word to her at the shop and knows something is wrong. She was thinking about the man, that he said that something is wrong because the birds used to listen to the wind. Rachel knew they were in danger. She calls her mother. She told her father also that you should come inside with the animals. So everybody was safe. She called everybody inside in the cellar and everybody was safe. Only the fields were destroyed, but the family was safe and everybody was grateful to the bird who sensed the tornado. Read the chapter once again. Bye-bye.